Let me start with a simple question. We're starting 2026, and I have to ask you, where will you be in 2026? From a career front, will you have got that promotion? Will you have got that salary, or that location are you looking at? Or realistically, will you be at the same place you were in 2025? Tough competitive environment, not getting your due. Maybe job is under pressure, the promotion is not coming, you are unhappy at work. But if you listen to me, and I'm going to tell you in this video that there are 10 habits I want to speak about. If you do this, and each of these habits are very simple, it is not some motivational gyan I'm giving you. Very simple habits. If you follow the 10 habits I am going to speak about, and you do this every day, I guarantee you will come very close to what you're looking at from a career front, whether it's a promotion, whether it's a salary, whether it's a skill set or general job satisfaction at work. So my request to you, this is one of those videos you should watch till the end. And what I think you should do is ask yourself, which are these three habits I can start from tomorrow morning? I'm going to take you through 10. Which can I start tomorrow morning and get started? What I want you to do is pick 3 out of 10 which you will start tomorrow. Number 1, make learning a daily habit. Now, typically when I started off, we all know this. You have to make learning a daily habit. But what happens is we think, oh, we are so busy. How will I learn? Where will I take 1 hour, 2 hours from? All of this we learn. Now, there are 2 aspects to making learning a daily habit. One is a mindset shift. The second thing is in terms of how do I do this? So, from a mindset shift, I think it's very important to convince yourself like this is like brushing your teeth. If you can do that 30 minutes every day, you will go a long way in securing a career. If you look at all the billionaires, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, they follow this rule called the 5-hour rule, which means what? Every week they learn for 5 hours. Now, assume and think how this 5 hour multiplies over 52 weeks and so many years and what they have gone on to become. So, first is you have to have a mindset of learning. Now, how do you learn? There are many simple ways to learn. So, one is read the newspaper for 15 minutes a day, whichever section of the newspaper appeals to you, whether it's the technology section, whether it's the advertising section, whether it's the AI section, just read for 15 minutes a day. Number 1. Number 2, listen to a good podcast. Could be a podcaster like Raj Shamani and a good episode. Or you can look at, I typically listen to Wall Street Journal news. I listen to Mint news. It gives me a very good sense. So when I am going to work in the cab, that is what I listen to. And if you do this every day, you will go a long way in terms of securing a great career. So please ask yourself before we move to the next habit, what are you going to read about tomorrow? So what is the 30 minute you're going to spend tomorrow? Habit number 2, and most people do not do this. Even I never did this, and it's something I suffered a lot, which is called proactively seek feedback. Seek feedback from your line manager at work. Now, what typically happens is we do not seek feedback, and we seek it only say in the mid-year, which is 6 months into the year. And then we seek it once towards the end year, and then you get a shock when the rating comes or the promotion has not happened and you're not sure where to go. Now, what typically happens, it happened with me also, is we get very defensive with feedback because if the manager says you haven't done this well, we take it on our ego, and some of us, including me, we avoid this feedback conversation altogether. This is what I recommend you should do. Every month, go to your line manager over a cup of coffee and ask these simple questions. What is the one thing I did well this month? What is the one thing I can improve on this month? That's it. Just an informal 2 questions. And listen to that feedback. Do not get very offensive. Typically, we take it on our ego. Now, every month, have this conversation and try working on what they are saying in terms of how you can grow. What this will do is, your manager will also start consciously noticing if you're improving on that part. So they cannot give you that negative rating if you have shown signs of improvement. And secondly, you will know where you stand. Habit number 3 is build real work relationships, not just professional contacts. Now, I know a lot of people in this generation, including me again, take great pride in LinkedIn connections. Oh, I crossed 5,000 connections, 10,000 connections, 15,000 connections. But the thing is, reality you have to realize is 10 good connections are more important than 50,000 fake connections on social media. You have to build a network that actually delivers. How do you do this? There are 2 or 3 things you have to try, and this is a slightly long game. You won't see the result straight away. Number one, every Friday over coffee in the afternoon, go and speak to one person in a completely different team. Now, without any agenda, don't think I have to extract something out of them. Just go and speak to them, what they are doing, etc. Number one. Number two, that typically you will see some people will present their projects on a company office call, in a webinar, in a all hands meeting. After some time, go and have a meeting with them, try and understand what they did, learn from that experience. Number two. Number three, attend some industry conferences as a participant. Just go and attend industry conferences. So many of them are free. Listen to what the industry trends are, what the key leaders in that industry are saying. Now, don't do this with any agenda. Just go with a mindset of I want to understand what the other person is saying. And if you keep doing this week after week after week, you will have about 150 to 200 interesting conversations. The habit number 4 I want to speak about is what is called master time blocking. Now, what is time blocking? Let me ask you a question. So, how many hours did you work yesterday? And maybe drop this number in the comment section. And I know typically people will say 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. We all work 70 hours every week. Second question I'll ask you is how much of that time did you do actual productive work? Productive work meaning you found a solution to a problem, you did something really innovative, your skill went up. Most of you will probably say 1 hour, maybe none. Why? The whole day you were running email to email, call to call, meeting to meeting, and honestly, nothing got done. So, how can you take care of this? Because remember, just because you're busy doesn't mean you're being productive. So, this is something called time blocking. And I used to do this and I was very proud. It's one of my most productive ways of doing this. What you should do is take 2 hours in the day, any 2 hours in the day, and just block it in your calendar. Just put an internal block saying busy so that people cannot schedule meetings during that time. And those 2 hours, do something which is really important for your role, which means what? One problem which your client wants you to solve, you haven't been able to solve. Or one aspect which you think will help your team gain more customers or build more revenue, or one thing as a result of which the time to do a task will come down. Genuine productivity work, whether it's increasing money, reducing time, reducing cost, do it in those 2 hours. Keep your phone away. Do not respond to emails. Do not respond to Slack. If you just do this for 2 hours, dedicated deep work, imagine how much this will give you over a period of 1 month, 2 months, 12 months. Your absolute output will definitely go up. Habit number 5, upskill before you are forced to upskill. So what can you do? Ask yourself, whatever line of work you are into, do this. We are starting the year, do this. What are the skills going to be in demand this year and next year? Where can you find this information? There are a lot of research agencies, industry bodies that give you this information. World Economic Forum is a great source. So the World Economic Forum gives you this something called Future of Jobs report, which will tell you in the next 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years, what are the skills that are in demand. But for your industry, ask yourself, what are the skills in demand and how are you learning them? The one homework I want to give you is once you finish this video, try and identify what is the hard skill you need, which is more the technical skill, and what is the soft skill you need to dominate your industry over the next 1 to 3 years. Habit number 6, and people do not do this, is you need to communicate clearly with your stakeholders and communicate often. Now, the thing is, a lot of us think that if I do great work, a great work will speak for itself. No, that is not true. Number 1, keep your stakeholders in the loop. Your line manager, you should speak once a week. Tell them about what is going well. Tell them about what are the challenges you are facing. One thing you must remember is whether you do well or not, no line manager needs bad messages that come as a surprise. So if something is not going well, give your line manager a heads up. Regular contact with your line manager. Second is a line manager's line manager. Try and speak once a month. Give them a sense of what is going well, what are some of your achievements. These 2 conversations itself will set you up on a very good track. The second micro habit you should do is in meetings. In meetings, when you go in from tomorrow, and the thing is, I've seen so many smart people just go into meetings and start rambling about their work. They will say, oh, I have so many slides, I want to talk about all of them. No, don't do that. When you walk into a meeting, always ask yourself, There's something called the rule of three. It comes from my storytelling book also. Always ask yourself, what are the three most important things my stakeholders in that room need to know? Just emphasize on those three. If people want more details, then you go into that detail. Let's move to habit number 7. Embrace digital tools. Remember, technology is your ally. As much as we say AI will take away our jobs, we will not lose our jobs to AI. We will lose our jobs to someone who knows how to use AI. So always try and use technology, because what you can use technology for is to outsource those boring everyday tasks, and you can actually build human judgment and do that higher value added work. So never run away from technology. What are some of the apps you can try? Now, I'm going to give you a list of 4 or 5. Of course, this will be customized to your industry. If you're looking at making slides, look at something like Napkin, very, very useful. Look at something like Claude, very good for making basic slides. Not enough, but a very good draft it will give you. If you're looking project management, try and use an app called Notion. It's very, very good for project management, helps you track it brilliantly. Chat GPT, we often laugh about Chat GPT, but it's actually very good. Whether you want to generate new ideas, whether you've written an email, you wanted to correct it and say, can you write a better email? Sometimes it gives excellent suggestions with Chat GPT. Number 4, if you want to schedule, use something like Calendly. And even for video updates, I found Loom to be very, very useful. I will make a separate video sometime in terms of all the AI tools. But these are some tools you can get started with. Habit number 8, very, very critical. And I tell so many people about this, is set professional boundaries. I know someone, a very good friend of mine, and what happens to her is everyone in her office starts calling her up at 8 in the evening and 9 in the evening, and she diligently answers all those calls. Now, the thing is, in her mind, what she's actually doing is she's always available, she's adding value, and she's trying to help her company. But that is not how her stakeholders are seeing her. Her stakeholders are seeing her as, I will do all the important work first. She's anyway there. I will call her up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening. So always remember that you have to set professional boundaries. If you're available 24/7, it doesn't mean you're diligent. People are not giving you priority. So how do you set professional boundaries? So unless it is an absolute emergency, do not answer emails or respond to calls after 7 o'clock. Unless it's an emergency, next day something big is there. Don't do it once. Next time, people will take your requirement much more seriously. That is number 1. Number 2, learn to say no. Very, very critical. As Indians, we struggle to say no. So next time someone tries to dump work, either tell them that I can do this, but I have to deprioritize something else, or tell them that I can do this, but only after a certain number of days, or tell them that I cannot do it, but here is an alternate resource that can help you. Habit number 9, this is been one of my biggest mistakes, and I don't want you to make this mistake, is what is called document your achievements. Please try and understand, your manager has seen you for 12 months. Your manager probably has 10 or 20 people. There's so much. Your manager probably doesn't remember everything you have done. And what also happens is there's something called recency bias. So month number 12, just a 1 month before your appraisal, whatever has gone, that is what your manager will remember. And one night before we typically fill up our appraisal forms, you also will not remember what to do. So maintain a simple thing, maintain a folder which keeps all your achievements through the entire year. So for example, you've got some above and beyond award. Some client has written a nice email. You have delivered a number. Some senior person has appreciated your effort. You have presented on a call that has gone well. Every micro achievement, keep it in that folder so that when the time comes, you have evidence and you can show it very, very clearly. Ideally, when you have proper numbers saying because of your work, cost reduced or revenue went up, it is ideal. But even if it is qualitative feedback, a client said, great work done, they presented very well, it is also very, very useful. These days, what is also happening is, I don't want to scare you, but this is reality. A lot of people are getting fired. So companies are looking to not fire you, but they will put you on something which is called a performance improvement plan, PIP. Now, if you have all this evidence stored, it becomes very difficult for your manager to put you on PIP. Habit number 10, and probably something we have not touched upon so much, is on mindset, which is practice adaptability, not so much efficiency. So let me give you an example of two people, and you should drop in the chat box saying who do you think will succeed more. So person number one, say they work for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, very, very efficient. They've mastered their role, they are accurate. But what happens is when a new challenge comes, new boss comes, new client comes, new technology comes, they complain, they resist, they cannot adapt. Now, person number two, or person AB, is not always the fastest, may not be the master. But the one thing they're very good at is they quickly adapt, they follow the process, they experiment, they figure it out. Who do you think will succeed in life? Of course, person B. So person A is what we call in mindset coaching is the fixed mindset, and person B is what we call the growth mindset. So whenever a new opportunity comes, raise your hand. A new project comes, raise your hand. A new job opportunity comes, raise your hand and say, I will figure it out. I may not be the expert, but I will figure out. That is classic sign of growth mindset, which will actually keep growing. Secondly, if something you're very good at gets shut down, say an existing technology got shut down, a project got cancelled, your deadline got shifted, and say, why is it happening to me? You should not get upset. You should say, okay, fine, what has happened is happened. What can I do tomorrow? What is the new priority? And just work towards that. So, in conclusion, those are the 10 habits I wanted to speak to you about. I'm going to give you a quick summary. So, habit number one, make learning a daily ritual. Habit number two is ask your manager for feedback every month. Habit number three is build real relationships. 10 quality relationships are better than 1 lakh fake connections on LinkedIn. Habit number four is master time blocking, 2 hours every day on your calendar. Habit number five is upskill yourself when the going is good. Don't wait for your company to actually sack you. Habit number six is communicate clearly and communicate often. Habit seven is do not run away from digital tools, embrace these digital tools. Habit number eight is set professional boundaries. If you're always available, you are last priority for everyone. Habit number nine is document your achievements. Habit number 10 is practice adaptability. Have a growth mindset. Just start with 3 tomorrow. Just do it every day, and you will see your careers that will start moving ahead in 2026. Remember, if you really want to have a blockbuster career, it's not that one big thing you have to do, but many, many small things that you have to do that will take you in the right direction. So please write those 3 micro habits. You're going to start from tomorrow. I will try and engage with as many comments as possible. And if you found this video valuable, please share it with your friends so they can also get on this journey to becoming the best version of themselves in 2026. So please subscribe to my channel. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one.